Hey there everyone, Rennick Brian here. Just a quick update on the Craftsman truck. As you can see, the engine's back in temporarily. All the wires and the fuel line is just hanging off to the side. But I just picked up my belt. It's a 150-inch belt from the engine all the way to the back here. And I'm just working on my rear pulley size. Originally I had a 4-inch, this pulley right here. This is the same size pulley that was on it when the transmission was approximately right here. The brackets are still there. I'm going to cut them off on Friday or Saturday probably and get it all painted up and cleaned up a bit more. But it's coming along, so it's a 150-inch belt. So I'm working on my pulley size. I'm thinking a 3.5-inch pulley is going to be a bit too tight. I don't think I'm going to have brakes. So I'm working with a 3-inch pulley right now. This guy right here. I've removed the center idlers that were up there. I'm most likely going to put the flat idlers in, at least one in. Then I'm probably going to be putting an idler backing up front here. With the 3-inch pulley, there is slack on the belt, which is okay. I don't mind that, but I don't want too much slack that the belt will slip off. So this pulley here is 3 inches. This pulley right here is about 3 1/4, but inside is 3 inches. It kind of looks like a Variac pulley for those MTDs. It's not a bad pulley. It's an adjustable pulley, but it doesn't adjust anymore. It's kind of fused. It's aluminum, so I might end up going with this. But the only issue with this one here, you cannot get a clip down in there. You can get the clip in, but it won't necessarily stay on there. So you gotta rely on the set screw right here, which isn't a big deal. So that's what I'm working on right now. So again, it's a 150-inch belt. Had to custom order it. Luckily, where I went, it only took a day to get the belt in, so it wasn't too bad. So since I know the belt will fit, and it's pretty much just idler issues, I'm going to pull the engine back out, because I'd like to spray this down once more today right now, with another coat of paint. And then I'm going to spray it again probably tomorrow evening after work, and maybe once more on Friday. It's looking pretty good, but a few of the spots are starting to show through where the paint's a little bit thinner, so I want to get it sprayed. So that's just a quick update. And then also on the weekend I'm going to work on the shifter rod. That's the main one I got to get done, and the brake rod. So I'll work on that on the weekend. I got the new fenders to go on. They are still sitting on top of the 25 or 26 horse Kohler. I'm not sure what it is 100% offhand. So that's where I'm at right now. I'll probably stick the belt inside so the dog doesn't get a hold of it. She is better on chewing stuff, so she doesn't really go after much stuff anymore. Also, I've made a decision about my heat shield. As you can see, all this is still up front. I'm going to cut off the mower brackets to help with my ground clearance in the front. And I'm going to put a couple tack welds on my heat shield, and I'm going to keep it. So it's not a big deal to keep it. And originally I had an idler pulley. It sat just behind the engine. That's where the bolt came through. And because the old belt was about the same as this one here, obviously not the length, but for the floppiness in it when the clutch was all the way in. So I might add that pulley back in later on, but I have this idler pulley right here, this idler pulley right here. I'd like to use one of these, or at least a bolt from one of these at the back, and put a flat pulley in, or put one of those V pulleys in, and then do one of each in the middle as well, right down there. I got a plate mounted, which most likely I'm going to add a bar to the top of that plate to reinforce it a bit. It does have a bit of flex, which will also help out whenever I'm driving this thing. So, and obviously these tires are not staying on. They do look cool on here, because this transmission has the correct size axles. If you remember, the other transmission had a short axle on the one side. It actually came out of a Peerless, because the axle got pretty banged up because the tire was fused onto it. The C-clip in the end got banged up. That area got mushroomed out. So I had to put a short axle in that transmission, and that axle actually came out of that transmission down there, which is another Peerless. But this transmission has the correct axles in it. This is the lock transmission. A few people are asking me if I have a locked transmission in here. Yes, I do. Also, I have another Peerless identical to this one that's unlocked. So I'll decide if I like the locked transmission or do I want to put the unlocked transmission in. I got a choice. And most likely, with the transmission that was in here, I believe it's in the shop. I don't know where I put it. I know it's out here somewhere. I'm going to be locking the Racer's transmission with the spider gears that's in that current transmission. And that transmission is going to become parts, because the Racer's transmission has a cracked bottom case. It's not leaking or nothing. It's been JB welded before I got the transmission, but it has a couple minor issues. But the one good thing is about this transmission that's currently in here, it's an oil-filled Peerless. I oil-filled it, and I did all the work to it. I locked it. It has not leaked once. Same with the Racer's transmission. That transmission has not leaked once. Even though it's a patched up transmission, like I said, I oil filled it, I cleaned it all out. You may or may not remember the video. It's still out there, but that transmission has not leaked once. The transmission that was in this tractor, I did exactly the same treatment to it. It's been an oily mess ever since I did it. The seals are just terrible in that transmission. And there's one axle, it has a floppy axle. I'm hoping the case isn't destroyed on that transmission, because I kind of need the case, and I need a few internal parts. But no matter what it goes, I have an extra transmission for the truck here, and I have an extra transmission for the Racer, so which is a good thing to have. So I guess that's pretty much it. Just a quick update video on what I've been working on. Been waiting on that belt. Like I said, only had to wait a day. Monday was the holiday. I called up a few places yesterday, and the one place I normally go to couldn't get it. They said, "Oh, try this place here." I called them. They said, "Oh, we'll have it in tomorrow," and I went to pick up today. So it worked out pretty good. So I'll talk to everyone later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.